Today, we're diving into the concept of the zone of genius, a term coined by Gay Hendricks. This is that special place where your unique talents and passions align, allowing you to make the most significant impact and experience true fulfillment. I like to think about this in terms of energy. When I am in my zone of genius, I feel fully energized, even if I'm working hard. Now, let's talk about how you can embrace your zone of genius within your business. By aligning your team's strengths with their roles, you can create a highly efficient and motivated workforce. When employees are matched with tasks that align with their natural talents and passions, it not only increases job satisfaction but also reduces turnover. You want your team to feel energized by what they do as much as possible. So, take a moment to consider if your staff members are currently in the right zones. Are they operating in their zone of genius, or are they in the wrong roles? There are 4 zones that we can fall into, so let's take a look at those. Now, let's explore the zone of incompetence. This is where you find activities that drain your energy and yield poor results. These are tasks that you struggle with and may not be your forte. The best approach here is to delegate or outsource these tasks to free up your time and energy. For example, if bookkeeping is not your strong suit, hiring a professional accountant can ensure accurate financial records while allowing you to concentrate on your core strengths. Other great ways to do this include hiring a gardener, getting healthy food deliveries, or using a cleaner. Maybe you can hire someone just to do a weekly social media post or write an email newsletter. Just find the things that you are genuinely bad at and delegate them. Next up, we have the zone of competence. These are tasks that you can do well but don't necessarily enjoy or find fulfilling. While you may be proficient in these areas, they may not fully leverage your unique talents. These are not the best use of your time or ability. This zone is often a trap. We think that we can do these jobs, so we keep doing them. We forget that every moment we spend doing something in the zone of competence is a moment we aren't doing something in our zone of genius. It's essential to consider finding ways to delegate or automate these tasks to make room for activities that align with your passions and strengths. For instance, a graphic designer who excels at designing logos may find administrative tasks to be in their zone of competence. Yes, they can do the admin, but that's not where they thrive or want to spend their time. Moving on to the zone of excellence. In this zone, you find tasks that you do exceptionally well and feel proud of. While this zone can be satisfying, it may not provide the same level of fulfillment as your zone of genius. It's the difference between using your talents and finding your purpose. We can work in our zone of excellence and feel good about it, but it won't be fulfilling in the long term. Lots of people end up in jobs that they are good at and never work out why they aren't excited about work. There are just enough rewards for working in the zone of excellence to keep us there indefinitely, and we'll often try to convince ourselves that this is where we should be because we're good at it. Finally, we reach the zone of genius, the sweet spot where activities bring you immense joy, energize you, and allow you to make a unique contribution. This is where your passion, talent, and purpose all converge. When you operate in your zone of genius, you experience flow and create extraordinary results. A great example of someone living in their zone of genius is Oprah Winfrey. Her ability to connect with people and inspire change exemplifies what it means to live in the zone of genius. Now, Oprah is a lot to live up to, and most people's zone of genius will be smaller in scope. Perhaps your zone of genius is listening to people's problems without judgment. Or maybe you have a passion for helping people solve their architectural problems. Remember to always step towards your zone of genius. Continuously seek opportunities to align your work and life with your unique strengths. Embrace challenges and take calculated risks that push you further into your zone of genius. And most importantly, constantly look for ways to drop anything that falls outside of your zone of genius. By doing so, you can unlock your full potential and create a meaningful impact. Before we wrap up, let's address why we often struggle to stay in our zone of genius. Sometimes we feel obligated to do things we should be doing because that's what our parents, friends, or peers do. We see other people in a 9-to-5 job and think that we should also be working like because it is the normal thing to do. Other times, we may resent paying someone to do tasks that we can do ourselves. Our dislike of spending money means that we often end up doing jobs like gardening, even though we would make more money by paying someone else to do it, and instead, spending the time in our zone of genius. And then there's the guilt that sometimes creeps in when we spend time on activities we genuinely enjoy. It can feel like work should be hard. It may not feel like a real job if you set up a passion project. For example, if you want to make and sell homemade wooden statues, you might have limiting beliefs around whether other people will see this as a real job. But if you can get over that mindset, you can really start to unleash your passion. And that's a wrap. If you found this video helpful or interesting, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel for more valuable content. Also, if you know someone who might benefit from this video, please forward it to them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.